So, what does it actually take to be the first engineer at a startup that's just blowing up? Well, today, we're going to do something cool. We're going to dissect a real job posting and figure out the anatomy of a founding engineer role right now in 2024. All right, so the company we're diving into is called Onlook. And get this, right after they launched, they just exploded. I mean, they hit #1 on both Hacker News and GitHub. This thing immediately got the entire developer world talking. And the numbers, wow, they're just staggering. In a super short amount of time, the project pulled in over 23,000 GitHub stars. Now, to give you some context here, they were trending above giants like DeepSeek and Anthropic. So yeah, this isn't just a little bit of traction. This is a full-blown rocket ship sitting on the launch pad, ready to go. Okay, so what's all the hype about? What is Onlook actually building that's got everyone so excited? Well, they're calling themselves the cursor for designers. So what does that mean? Basically, Onlook is this open source collaborative canvas for code. The whole idea is to finally bridge that massive gap between designers and developers, to let them build amazing web experiences together in one place. It's a tool designed to solve a headache that's been bugging creative teams for years. Now, when you have that kind of insane, explosive growth, your first hire, that person is everything. And that, right there, brings us to the core of what we're talking about today, the hunt for Onlook's very first founding engineer. And believe me, this isn't just another job listing. This is a role that's going to define the entire future of the company. And this quote from the job posting, it really says it all. You're not just coming in to write some code. You are literally setting the technical and the cultural DNA for what could be a massive generation-defining company. The standards you put in place, they could be there for years to come. No pressure, right? So what kind of person are they even looking for to handle that kind of intense pressure? Well, they break down the ideal profile into two main parts. First, there's the technical toolkit you need to have. But then, and this is even more important, there's the mindset you bring to the table. Okay, first up, let's talk toolkit. These are basically the table stakes, the cost of entry. They're looking for a full-stack engineer who is, and I'm quoting them here, ultra comfortable with TypeScript, Next.js, React, and Tailwind. So these are the absolute baseline skills just to get your foot in the door. But, and this is where it gets really interesting, that whole tech stack, that's just the prerequisite. The job posting makes it crystal clear that the most important things they're looking for have nothing to do with what you know. It's all about how you think. So how does that mindset translate into the company culture? Well, they've laid it all out with 4 key pillars: Olympic-level dedication, ownership, speed, and craft. Seriously, these 4 values tell you pretty much everything you need to know about the kind of environment they're trying to build. Let's break these down a little. First up, Olympic-level dedication. That's not just working hard. It's about having this burning, all-consuming desire to be the absolute best in the world at what you do. And then there's ownership, which means you're the kind of person who craves autonomy. You want real control over the company's direction. Okay, next up, speed. This one's pretty obvious for a startup, right? It's all about shipping product and iterating fast. But here's the crucial part. It's balanced by craft. And craft means you have strong opinions, you care deeply about quality, and you're not afraid to defend your ideas. And that balance is everything. Why? Because look, in a startup, shipping fast is how you survive. But shipping junk, that'll kill you just as quickly. Craft is what makes sure you're shipping stuff that's not just fast, but good, with a real point of view. And they get even more specific about the kind of intensity they're looking for. They want someone who doesn't just tolerate a fast-paced environment, but actually thrives in it. Someone who's willing to put in the long hours to make it happen. And on top of all that, you have to be a true believer in the mission of open source. All right, so they're asking for a lot, right? The skill, the mindset, the all-in intensity. So what's the deal? What's on the table? Well, it's pretty much the classic high-risk, high-reward offer you'd expect from a super early-stage startup. So let's get into the specifics of the offer. The salary is solid, ranging from $130,000 to $200,000. But let's be real. The real prize here is the equity. We're talking a 1% to 5% stake in the company. For a founding engineer on a rocket ship like this one, that kind of equity isn't just a bonus. It's potentially life-changing. And yeah, of course, that comes with great healthcare and all the other standard perks.
Okay, let's just zoom out for a second. This is about more than just one job posting for one company. What does this whole profile tell us about the world of elite, high growth startups right now?
Yeah, this job posting is so much more than just a list of skills and responsibilities. It's a blueprint. It's a blueprint for a very, very specific type of all in, high ownership culture. You can think of it like a filter, right? It's designed to pull in exactly one type of person and, well, to politely scare pretty much everyone else away. This is the DNA of a hypergrowth startup in 2024. And all of this really leaves us with a big, provocative question. In this race to build the future for these kinds of potentially world-changing opportunities, is this Olympic-level dedication just the new price of admission? And maybe more importantly, what are the trade-offs that come with a culture that demands that level of commitment? Definitely something to think about.